Alright, hey guys, this is Jace, and I'm here with Jason Butler, the vocalist of Let Live, one of my personal favorite bands that just killed it not too long ago. The name of the band, where does the band name come from? Like, what was the idea of putting the two words together?
I was like 16 or 17, and I was in my best friend's car on the way to another show, like a local show.
Yeah.
And we were just throwing names out, and at the time, I still am, but I was like a huge Michael Jackson fan, and he was under like extreme scrutiny at the time, and I was just thinking of how an extension or something that transcends his scenario would be like just life in general. How you should really just allow people to do whatever it is they're gonna do the way they're gonna do it, as long as it doesn't impede or have any sort of inhibition on anything else anyone else is gonna do. So I guess that's kind of where Let Live, the idea behind Let Live came from. Was I was young and just wanted people to kind of chill out,
Nice. So why'd you put the name together though?
Oh, one word, just to see if people are paying attention.
Just to pay
Yeah, really, yeah. That's really it.
So why did you want to be in a band?
My father was in a band, like was doing music my whole life, and I guess that was kind of like the one male figure I had, or closest thing to. I always thought that it was rad and it was cool and there was something appealing about it. But when I started to understand art and music a little bit more, I understood it as something that could serve as catharsis, as this like respite, this place of solace for me to both enjoy and to kind of, expel the things inside of me that I can't normally just talk about. So, yeah, man, I think that was it. It was just that, and it was just a taboo appeal, like skateboarding, punk rock, and yelling. It was cool.
Great stuff. Then what other bands influenced you? Like, what bands really stood out that made you just like, I want to do that?
Yeah. It was Marty McFly in Back to the Future 1 and 2. You see him playing in that band in both of those films. And my dad, really. I mean, despite like whatever relationship we have now or we had then, like he was like the guy that was doing the cool thing after hours, like playing in the garage, and had like a bunch of cool friends that would like get together and play music. And it seemed as though like I had a pretty, natural inclination to music. Like I always played guitars and snuck into his garage and played keys and shit. So it was just always something I think I was kind of geared towards this music. Yeah.
Something that you were more born for.
I would hope so. I would hope so.
So when did you realize Let Live was going somewhere?
Shit. I guess it was sort of like I believe it to be like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So it's like you got to believe that you're gonna do something with whatever it is you're doing, and that's kind of what I try to hold on to that mantra since the beginning. And at the same time, simultaneously, you gotta never feel entitled to anything. You can't expect anything. So at once, I'm like believing that this can come to fruition, and it can the aggregate of every effort that we make will become something, but I'm never expecting anything. So I don't even know. I think Let Live is much bigger than that band on the stage now. It's like whoever gives a fuck about this interview, whoever gives a fuck about the music we write, whoever gives a fuck about anything we do. Like that's kind of what Let Live has become. So yeah.
Great. So if you weren't in a band, what do you think you'd be doing right now? College? Job? College?
Yeah, I'd be finishing my teaching credentials and probably.
Wouldn't be a teacher?
Yeah, I'll probably go back and after all this is said and done, and just finish up with my education credentials and do that.
Awesome.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
So what's the most emotional it's ever been on stage for you? Like, that you've just felt something with the crowd?
Yeah, man. Every night, literally every night, if there's just one person, if this is regarding like interaction, if there's just one person that knows what we're doing and they're feeling it, you can feel that sort of that energy, that braid that exists, the wavelength that you're on with someone. And every night, man, and I know that sounds like a fucking cop-out answer, but like every night I get overwhelmed. Like I get just inundated with the fact that people have invested themselves in something that I myself and this band have done. So I guess it's every time that someone is there, really, you know.
Yeah, just like I saw you guys at Warped Tour, Kansas City Date, and you don't hold back. No matter if it's on a big stage, little stage, you don't hold back. You're nuts, and you love what you're doing, and I dig that the most. Your favorite place on tour to stop in the U.S. and national?
Favorite place aside from home, I love Los Angeles so much. I think that it's just such a mecca for so many cultures and a hotbed for so many things that I enjoy culturally. Aside from being home, I really enjoy New Orleans. I think that the culture there is abounding and it's very, very authentic. And yeah, I really do enjoy New Orleans a lot. If I had to choose somewhere in the U.S., that would be New Orleans. Yeah, pretty sure.
What about nationally?
Australia.
Australia?
Yeah, Australia is my favorite place in the whole world.
Nice.
Yeah, I've made plans to go there just for recreation. I was supposed to be in Perth right before this tour, but we had to cancel it to do this TV thing. I'll be going back there in a couple months.
Very nice.
Yeah.
If your band was on a reality TV show, how do you think that would end?
Oh shit. That's good. On a reality TV show, it would end not tragically, because we don't I'm not really into drama, you know what I mean? So it would be as real and as transparent as we could be in those confessionals. Like right now, we'd be in that booth and be like, oh, this motherfucker used my toothbrush today, and I fucking hate him. We would do that, but we would be honest about it. It would be a little less frivolous than toothbrush use, though. Maybe it'd be I don't know. I'm really big on cupcakes, so if someone came through and ate my cupcakes, I'd be I wouldn't be pissed, but I would be I feel slighted for sure.
I'd be pretty. I'd probably be very mad if someone ate my cupcake.
Yeah,
just be
it's kind of a sacred thing, you know.
Yeah, you don't eat someone's cupcake.
Nah, you really don't.
Okay, what about your tattoos? What's your favorite tattoo? What do they all mean to you?
They all just about every single tattoo. I don't like having any joke tattoos really. I just have tattoos that sort of serve as milestones or parts of a timeline in my life. My favorite one, or I guess my most the biggest one that I see every day and that I got for myself, was the one across my chest. This is cancer, but it's a mirrored image. So when I wake up or whenever I choose to be, or I feel I need to be reminded of the time of my life, I just look in the mirror with my shirt off, which is not at all sexually appealing or anything. It's just I usually see
the thing on your chest, it says cancer.
Yeah,
but it's mirrored.
It's mirrored, and it says it reads answer with a C in front of it, because at the time when I was in the hospital was when I was ironically given my most revelatory moments was when I was 6.
Gotcha. What's your beliefs on life? What is life about you? Not religion or anything, but what is life about you?
It really is just about existing and in a way that you can code, that you run concurrently with others, and that I feel and I actually just had this conversation with someone that I was really intimate with for a while, a woman, and we talked about it. I really do think that in the end, life is just about finding someone or something that fulfills you, that serves as a counterpoint to your proverbial soul. And life is truly just finding a way to be in love with something, or someone, anything, and really just being invested. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm not I can't say that I fully invested myself in someone, and that's kind of something I'm aspiring, maybe a little too ambitiously at this point, but I want that. I know I want that. It's a little more difficult than fairy tales and television have made it seem. So, but I do think that that's what it is, man. It's just understanding everyone around you is just worth just as much and no less than you are.
Gotcha. When should we be expecting new music from you?
I would say 2015. Because we're gonna go next year and do all of our shit, and then tour, and then we go home. And I've been writing since The Black is Beautiful was done, so we'll continue to do so and continue writing.
Great album though.
Thank you.
When it dropped, and I was like, okay, dropped, gotta listen to it. This feels like this album.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Right on.
That's cool, man.
Are you guys ever gonna play Dreamer's Disease live?
Yeah. We were gonna play it on this tour, but we've been like switching songs around. But shit, man, maybe we'll throw one in there and maybe it'll be on YouTube.
That'd be awesome. Let's see. History behind the band. How did you all meet? How did you all find the sound that you wanted?
Yeah, we met because we were all playing in other bands. We were all in other bands locally, and we found each other through that. And I was kind of like a college football scout or coach who went around different high schools and poached all the good players because they were like all the best in their bands, and so I just took them from their bands and put them in this band. And then we just evolved as organically as we could as a band.
So, but I noticed your drummer, he used to do tech work for my
Lonnie.
So how did you?
We got Lonnie. It was this fortuitous sequence of events, series of events. We just like, we were looking for a drummer. We went through like 3 drummers after our last drummer, our most, I guess the drummer that was the longest in the band, and he was also a good friend of ours. After him, one of my buddies told me about Lionel and was like, yo, I saw this dude, the drummer off a long time ago. He was killing it. I don't know if he's playing anymore, but I remember his name. I looked him up on YouTube. I was like, oh, he kills it. And just through friends of friends, I'm actually really close with the drummer of A Mice and Men. Like, I really, really do back him as a human being. And he got Let Live signed to our first label.
Okay.
So I found out he was working for Tino, and I called Tino and said, yo, man, what's up with your drum tech? How is he, like, as a person, as a drummer, killer? And then I said, okay, I proceeded to let him know, all right, well, I'm going to take your drum tech and put him in my band. So that's kind of what happened with Lionel.
That's awesome. So who writes the lyrics and the instrumentals of the band? Is it all team-based or?
I write all the lyrics and all the titles and the titles of the albums. Everything literature-based is that's my area, my realm. We all write instrumentally. Like I grew up playing guitar, and then I picked up drums and bass and stuff. So sometimes like I'll write a song and bring it in, and then they give it their magic touch, or someone will bring a riff in, and we'll just start basing off that. But yeah, we all can play different instruments, so we all write instruments.
That's awesome. So describe the feeling behind your shows visually. Like visually behind your shows, what's the feeling?
Man, I don't know. I feel like when we're playing, I see like a projection of everything that's going on in my head. You know, like I think that's why I often stare off into, like even when I'm talking, I notice that when I'm like doing interviews, like I'm just talking and like looking at something. It's because I'm thinking about like what's going on in my head, and in the music during performance, I have this projection in my mind, and it's through my eyeballs, and I'm seeing everything that I'm purging myself of, which is good and bad. You know, it's rough, but at the same time, it's healthy in a way. So visually, for me, that's what I see. Yeah, Reba, what up, girl? Yeah, that's what I see.
Nice. All right. What is your views on illegally downloading music?
Do it, fuck it, whatever. I mean, like,
whatever.
I mean, yeah, I feel like illegally downloading music, that's whatever. Like, fuck it. You want to listen to music, listen to music. What I do think should be illegal is not downloading. I think it should be illegal to fucking not support the band that you're getting all your enjoyment from. You know, like support them somehow, some way. That's the only way they'll be able to exist as an artist. So it shouldn't be illegal to download the music. It should be illegal to deny them of the support that they need as a band. We work mostly in a Western world that is unfortunately capitalistically based. That's one of the pillars in this society. And you know, sometimes a fucking t-shirt or a CD purchase or a show ticket buy will help.
Well, even like my girlfriend here, she likes to randomly buy me stuff.
Yeah.
But whenever we go to a show, she always buys me. She bought me this one.
Yeah.
Which I'm all for. If she wants to buy me something at a show, I'm all for it
Yeah.
because it absolutely helps the bands.
Fuck yeah.
And it's the best thing ever. Helping out a
Yeah.
band is one of the best things.
You're the best. That's awesome. You just fucking put food on the fucking tables. That's awesome.
Exactly.
That's rad.
So, what's your outlook on the music industry as of today?
Kind of fucked. I mean, like, I feel that was a jaded blanket statement. I think the music industry today is folding, and it's starting to crumble in a way that actually, luckily, will put the power and many choices are back into the artist's hands. The independent sense of artistry is very, very prevalent now, and it's making a shift where we can do things on our own, and we don't need these machines that once were so heavily relied on, which were major labels, big business sort of record deals and things like that. We don't need that so much anymore, and people like yourself and people at the show tonight, they know that we live in an alternative sort of realm, and we can sustain and we can support each other if we are, I guess, honest and understand that this is something that much bigger than a fucking radio station. You know what I mean? Like these are moments that we enjoy for reasons bigger than top 40. You know what I mean?
What's your favorite song in the band? What song means the most to you?
I think the song most recently, I guess that means the most, or I guess that is most interpersonal, is Pheromone Cult for me, because it was just like the most like transparent. Excuse me, do you have the Uber cab number?
No, that shirt that you used to have?
Yeah, do you have the shirt that you used to have?
No.
No? Okay, well, do you have like another one? Maybe a crew neck? Do you guys have sweatpants? Do you have sweatpants? No?
What about like yoga pants?
Oh yeah, that'd be sick. I'm gonna go do downward facing dog. I'll see you in a minute. Sorry, it's my homegirl. I totally lost where we were. Sorry.
What's the song that means the most to you?
Yeah, as I fucking completely go bullshit my way out of that one. We're talking shit. Pheromone Cult. It was the most personal song I've ever written. It's at this point in my life, it is the most transparent, most candid I've ever been, and it's very, very, very unadulterated. It's just like straight up. That's how I was feeling and what was going on in my life. So.
The biggest obstacles the band has overcome.
Being a band, just continuing to be a band. We went through. I mean, I know people probably have horror stories, but we've been through it all, man. We've talked to everything from like talking to shitty major labels that wanted to sign our band and give us shit deals that we turned down, to fucking almost falling off a mountain on the 15 in St. George, Utah, to being broken into, to getting into fucking getting beat up by people that didn't want us in their town, to people not fucking giving a shit about our band, to you name it, and all it did was just fuel our underdog sort of mentality and give us a reason to want to succeed, I guess. So
a story in the day of tour life and home life. What's the difference between tour life and home life for you guys?
Man, for me, tour life is regimented. It's like we know when we're going to be somewhere and what we're going to do and this and that. At home, man, I live, by the seat of my pants. I just go. I just do. If I wake up and I want to ride my motorcycle, 6 hours north, I'll go up 6 hours north on my motorcycle. If I want to jump out of a plane, I'll fucking call my buddy who owns a fucking plane. I'll jump out of it. If I want to go down the street and get some cupcakes at Sprinkles Cupcake Boutique, I'll do that. It's really just kind of whatever. You're open to whatever you want to do, which I've actually tried to integrate into my tour life. So anytime I get an opportunity to do something rad on tour, I'll probably do that. So, yeah.
One more minute. So anything else you'd like to say to fans or anything?
Thanks. Thanks. Anyone that gives a shit about what it is we're doing, thank you, because you don't have to, and you understand it on a level that many others don't. and I hope that you understand how real, like, important you are with this whole thing. This Let Live thing is much bigger than myself. So, thank you. Yeah.
Jason Butler of Let Live. Check him out if you don't know him. Thanks for the interview.
Yeah, thanks, brother. For real.
Yep.
Cool. So,